What's up guys, welcome to this video and this channel, the Windsurfing channel on YouTube. You saw it right, the German fall got me, I got a little cold, but I wanted to make another video of this kind because you guys asked for it. There were so many positive comments. Thank you to all of them. I read all of them. I think I answered most of them as well. I really appreciate all the positive feedback. So yeah, seems like you guys liked it. There were many comments asking for me analyzing my perfect jibe, the perfect jibe you guys called it. There was this video that went like really viral. It got I think 66,000 views on Facebook. So yeah, you wanted me to analyze that and kind of compare it to your jibes. You guys keep sending me footage, which is really cool. So I picked out a couple of more videos. For some reason it's all jibes. Seems like you guys really want to improve your jibes, not much else. But yeah, I'm fine with that. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to this channel. But if you subscribe, do me a favor, make the notification bell on, because I don't really want subscribers that don't want to watch my content. So if you subscribe, make sure you make the notification bell on. If you don't want to see my videos, then just don't subscribe. Before we start, I want to update you with some news from the windsurfing scene, because the World Sailing just stated that RSX is going to stay the Olympic discipline for 2024, which is really, really sad because everybody has been pushing for foil. Even the equipment committee was really pushing for foiling. And yeah, this decision has been made. There's not going to be foiling in the Olympics 2024. So that's really sad news. But let's get into the main video. Very important, this is not gonna be a full tutorial, okay? I just want to give you several tips based on what I see from the videos, and maybe you can take away some things from my jibe, because I feel like the tutorials that are available on YouTube and wherever are just way too detailed, and you know, you get so overwhelmed by all this information. So I thought I'd maybe just better take some of your guys' footage, and then hopefully the others can relate to those mistakes and then learn from it, because there's always something to improve. In the end, everybody's mistakes need to be analyzed individually, but I think you can still take away a lot from this. So I would say let's get into it. So we're starting with this one, and this one's coming from Hong Kong. Dude, I'm so proud how international our community is. So cool, we got some people from Asia in, and yeah, that's also why I wanted to analyze this jibe. So this seems like a really wavy spot, and that's also what you seem to struggle with. I have to say that jibes in wavy conditions are completely different to flat water jibes, because this seems to me like a mixture from waves and chop, but when it's wavy you really have to focus on jibing with the wave, and yeah, this seems like really difficult jibing conditions. But your only real problem in this one is that you just hit the chop so hard and it slows you down so much. So you really gotta focus more on how you take the wave. You want to like start on the tip of the wave and then go down with it, so you can accelerate down the wave or the big chop here. And then you gotta work your body and your knees like a suspension basically. Seems to me like you're capable of doing the jibe in general, but you're just struggling with the chop. I would love to see a jibe of yours in flat water. But here what really is the problem is you slow down so much just because you hit the chop from the back, or you hit the wave from the back, and that slows you down, and that really messes up the whole jibe, because the key to the jibe is to like keep the speed. You know what I mean? So in these conditions I would really try to, because it's short chop and short waves, you have to make a tight jibe, because you kind of want to stay on the same chop or wave. You don't want to go over too many of them, because you will always lose speed going over them, over the chop or the waves. And so you want to try to keep on one of the waves / chop, and make a tight jibe. Yeah, that's my advice for you. I can't tell how your jibe would be on flat water, but I think it would be much better. This is it's really hard with these conditions, because when it's choppy, you always eat the one or the other chop, you know. And I have a video of me, actually, let me show this to you, where I have the same problem. So check this out. I rail the board a lot, and because I go over the chop, I just lose that traction of the board, and that's when I slow down. So, you know, when it's this choppy, railing the board too hard is just becomes much more difficult, because you lose control so easily. But yeah, I'd say we should go on and watch the next video. Alright, so this one seems to be a foiling video. Supposed to be a foiling jibe. Let's see what we got here. Oof! Wow, that looked really dangerous, man. So you seem like you have a lot of control entering the jibe, which is really good. But then what your mistake is, your foot changing really is not good for control. Let me explain this to you. So right here, you see you put your feet very close next to each other. And the closer your feet are together, the less control you will have. So you really want a wide stance also after you change your foot. So when you take your back foot out of the strap in order to position it for the jibe, it should go even all the way next to the new front strap. So in this case, your left foot should go next to the front strap. So when you change your front foot, you're still gonna have a very wide stance, and that's when you're able to balance much better, because here you really just lose all the balance because you put your feet so close together. So let's dive right into the next video, and maybe actually compare that to my jibing footage. So in this case, the water is much more flat, so it seems easier to me. All right. So it seems to me like a lot of you guys have the problem of slowing down too much in the jibe. You can really see that you should bear downwind a little bit more before you initiate the jibe. That way you have less of a radius to do, and you carry much more speed into the jibe, so you don't lose all that speed towards the end. And then what you gotta do is you have to pull your backhand much more. The ideal position for a jibe is when your front hand is stretched all the way and your backhand pulls. So you can clearly see here that your front hand is very close to your head and your arm is very bent. That's not the best position. So you really gotta sheet in a little bit more, and going downwind before you initiate the jibe makes that much easier. So just go downwind and try to close the gap between your sail and your board. That way you will pull your backhand and your front hand will become more stretched. I'm not saying it has to be all the way stretched, at least not in the beginning, but I really suggest you doing that. And then you will also have less problems with the shifting, because you have to shift in a really awkward position here, because you're not all the way around the jibe yet. So first thing is you slow down for the shifting, so it makes it much more difficult for you to do the shifting easily. And the second thing is you shift in a way too downwind position, so it makes it even harder. Now let's talk about my jibe that you guys wanted me to analyze. So this is the jibe. Let's have a look at the full clip. And you gotta understand that this is not supposed to be a laydown jibe. I saw a few comments on Facebook under this video giving me advice. I personally think maybe it's not a perfect jibe, but I think it's a really good jibe, and it's as fast as it can get, pretty much. Maybe in the end at the exit of it, I slow down a little bit, but as far as the jibe itself goes, I think this is really pretty much one of the fastest jibes you can do, because this really, I do really tight turn. I'm on the big board here, so the bigger the board, obviously, the less hard you can carve and the less tight of a turn you can take. So I'm railing the board really hard here, you can see it, and that means I'm going around the corner quite quick. Yeah, but you can see that I am going downwind, which was mainly for the camera, I think. But you should accelerate before the jibe a bit anyway, because that will make you release some power out of the sail and the sail becomes more light. And yeah, my sail is quite closed in this position, and I pretty much fall into the jibe, and you can see my front arm is all the way stretched, and my back arm is very close to me, so that's a really good position. And yeah, I'm really standing all the way in the rail. I let the gravity push myself back up. I use the rail basically to get myself back upright. And very important to see is also here what my front hand does. It slides very close to the boom head, and this is where I flip the sail. And just check how close my hands are together. The closer they're together when shifting the sail, the easier it will be. So you want them really close together. And let's see if we can see that here. The moment I shift the sail and I have my second hand on the boom, my front hand slides back, and you can see already through the sail on the other side, my hand is already in the right position. And yeah, that's it. I go back into the straps, I hook myself in, and I'm ready to go. So I hope that helps you a little bit. This is a really intense jibe, I have to say. Also kind of risky, because the more you rail the board, the harder it is to control. So I wouldn't necessarily jibe in a race where I'm in like safe first position or safe qualifying position. I would jibe much more conservative in that situation. But yeah, this really is an intense jibe, and I lean in all the way. I rail the board full power. The jibe is very tight, and it's not meant to be a lay down jibe again. So yeah, I would say that's it from this video. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram, because this is where I keep you guys updated about when I will post a video, what ideas I have. I also involve you guys in my ideas sometimes. So follow me on Instagram. It's Nico Germany 7. And that's it from this one. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Do you have any questions? I usually answer them all. So make sure you leave a comment, and I see you next time. Peace.